Hi there everyone. In this video, I will share with you the trade that I have taken recently. The stock name is, as you can see, TV18BROADCAST, and the trade was taken on the 1 hour time frame. I usually take trades on the 1 hour time frame only. If you see the previous videos, I have shared the trades which I had taken. On those trades also, the time frame was 1 hour time frame only. So I usually take trades on the 1 hour time frame, and the strategy was also same. Like in the previous video, the same strategy I am following. Firstly, I just draw a trend line. Now, as you can see, the stock was not able to go up from this level. This also here and here, as you can see, and here, as you can see, this was a really good trend line. We can say the stock was facing resistance from this point. It was not able to go up from this point. So I just had it in my watch list. Just when it gave the breakout, I had it in my watch list, and I knew that if it has given a breakout and the volume is increasing, then its probability of going up is higher. Now the thing was, if I was to take the trade on this candle, I could not have taken. The reason is, the risk would be really big. If I show you how much risk it would be, suppose I take it on the closing of this candle. Now, as you can see, if I have to put my stop loss below the trend line also, just think about it. The risk could be almost, 4.3%. If I put my stop loss just below trend line, not at the trend line, just below it. So even if I put it just below only, still it will be around 4%. The risk would be almost 4%. So that is the reason I did not take this trade on this candle. Because if the risk is 4%, then if I have to follow 1:2 risk reward ratio, it means that stock needs to give a move of almost 8% so that I can hit my target. So on the 1 hour time frame, if a stock has to give 8% move, it may take a lot of days. So I hold the trades for almost 4 to 5 days. If it at some times I hold it for more than that, but usually it is somewhere around 4 to 5 days only. And so 8% it takes a lot of time. So maybe the stock does not give 8% move in that much time. That is the reason I don't take this much of big risk. Like 4% is really big risk. That is the reason I avoided taking this trade on this candle. So I just waited that if it goes down and it comes near the trend line and gives a little bit of retesting, then I can take the trade. And this is the only which happened here. Now, as you can see, the stock came a little bit down. It touched the trend line. As you can see, there it was touching the trend line, and it was again going up. So it did not go below a trend line. If it went below a trend line, then I would not take the trade. Because if it goes below, then it means that the stock is not going up. It is actually started going down. But if it's just above the trend line, it came for a little bit of retesting, then it again started going up. And it gave the confirmation that the trade is good, and now I can take the trade because the probability of it going up is higher. Firstly, it gave a breakout, volume was increasing, it gave a retesting, then it again started going up. So I took this trade somewhere on this candle, like where this candle closed. I could have taken a trade somewhere around here also, but thing was I was just watching it. So I thought that maybe for 1 day more I can wait. On this day also I could have taken, but I was not watching actually on this day. I was not doing trading yesterday. So today only I was just watching the stock. So here it gave me a really good opportunity to enter. As you can see, like here I entered this trade when that candle closed here. It opened at this point, it closed at this point. So when this candle closed at this point, I took the trade. As you can see, the risk was almost 1.3%, 1.35%. Like, so almost we can say 1.3 or 1.4%. So this much risk is really good because the stock just need to give me 2.7% move for the 1:2 risk reward ratio, and that much move the stock can give really easily. And this is what happened here. So I took this trade on this candle. Next candle, as you can see, if I just move it somewhere around here, as you can see, this was just a doji candle. It opened somewhere around here. It went a little bit higher, but then it again came down, and where it opened, it closed at that point. This is what we call a doji candle. So here we can see it was giving a little bit of price rejection, but the thing was it was really small. So here I took this trade. I waited for this candle, like it formed. Now the next candle itself, I was able to book my targets. So here you can see, if I draw it somewhere around here, I take my target somewhere around 1:2 or 1:2.5. In between 2 or 2.5 risk reward ratio, I have my targets. So here it gave the target on the second candle itself. First the doji candle formed. The second candle, it was a big bullish candle. So I was able to exit on the second candle itself. This does not usually happen on the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, I have to wait for almost 3 to 5 days. Sometimes I have to wait or even 6 to 7 days to hit the target, because sometimes what happens is the stock may go a little bit up, maybe just somewhere at this zone, it again starts going down, it again starts to go up, then it goes a little bit sideways, and then it goes up. So it may take almost 4 to 5 days also. But here the good thing was I took it on this candle and on the second candle itself. Firstly this one, second this one. I was able to exit on the second candle itself. That was a really good trade. It happens very less, on this candle it happened, but it happens very rarely that you are able to exit on the same day itself. So it was not actually a swing trade. It was actually a, kind of intraday trade, but I was having it, kind of holding it. So even if it did not hit the target on this day, I would have held it for more than 1 day or 2 days. So my mindset was a kind of swing trade. But the thing was, I was able to exit on the same day itself. That is what we can say, it was a kind of intraday trade. So I took the trade on this candle, and on the second candle, firstly this candle formed, on the second candle I was able to exit. So that was a really good trade, like all the confirmations were there. Firstly, if I share with you, the first confirmation which I check is that the trend line is good. Now here, as you can see, the price was not able to go up from this level. Here also it was not able to go up. So this was a really good trend line. And here, as you can see, there was this breakout candle. It was a very big bullish candle, so I could not take the trade on this candle. So I just waited for the retesting. The volume was really high, so it gave the confirmation that the stock is going up. It has the capacity to go up. So I was thinking that it can be a really good opportunity. So I just needed to have a kind of good risk. So here the risk was really good at this point. Like here, if I take the trade, here it was also really good. If we take it somewhere around here, all these candles were really good entry points. So I took this trade on this candle. It was also a really good entry point. All of these were really good entry points. The main thing is the risk should be not be too much big. Like you can't risk almost 4 to 5%. So on the 1 hour time frame, that much risk is too big. But if the risk is somewhere around 1 or 2%, that is really good. So here it was 1.3%, and my target was almost 3.4%. So the risk reward ratio was almost, as you can see, 2.5. That was a really good trade. I usually have my risk reward ratio between 2 or 2.5. So here I was able to get 2.5, and that also on the same day itself. So that happens very rarely. And I know this thing. Most of the times I just have to hold the trades. So you just need to have the patience. Maybe the trade can go really good. On the same day you can exit. But if it does not go that way, then you need to hold. Because maybe on this day, if it does not give that move, maybe on the next day it can give. Maybe even on the next day, if it starts going down, it may come up to this trend line. Then it may start going up from that point. So you just need to have the patience. You just need to wait when it hits your target. Even if it hits your stop loss, then also it is not a problem, because you just need to follow your strategy. Here I just follow my strategy. As you can see, like in the previous videos also you can see, I just follow the same strategy only. My time frame is same almost all the trades. Every trade I take, it is almost on the 1 hour time frame only. Like I trade my strategy on the 1 hour time frame only. Firstly, I just draw a trend line, and then I wait for the breakout of this trend line, and when it gives a breakout, if I'm able to get a good risk on this second candle itself, if I was able to get a good risk here, then I would have taken the trade here. But now, as you can see, the risk would be really big, because I need to put my stop loss just below the trend line. And also here you can see, if I just put my stop loss on the trend line only, then maybe I would have got my stop loss hit. That is why I always try to give it a little bit of buffer. That is why I put it just little bit below a trend line. So that is what you can do in your trades also. Don't put your stop loss just at the trend line. Try to give it a little bit of buffer, so that even if it comes down, it does not hit your stop loss. So here the trade was really good. It was just a kind of repetition. So now I'm just kind of repeating. I have built my own strategy. I know what kind of trades I have to take. So now I just need to stick to it. I just need to follow it patiently. That is what new traders don't do. Once they get your loss at a particular trade, they just try to switch strategies. I also used to do this. When I was a beginner, I would get some profits, but when I used to have the losses, I would just kind of switch my strategies, and then again I would have profits for some time, and then again in losses. So now what I'm doing is I just try to stick with one strategy only, because I know that if I just stick with one strategy, I can do really well. Because when you know that what you are doing, it is really easy to follow it. So suppose I did not know what is happening. I did not read the price action properly, and maybe I hit my stop loss. So if I know that what I am doing, I have done my back testing, I have taken few trades with this strategy, then I am confident that yes, this strategy is good. I can follow it. So where this thing happened, firstly I draw the trend line, then I wait for the breakout candle. If the volume is good, I just would need a good risk. Here the risk was really good. As I told you, here I could not take the trade, so I just waited. Even if I took it somewhere on these candles, that was also really good. So, but I took it somewhere around here. The risk was almost 1.3% and the reward was 3.4%. So the risk reward ratio almost 2.5. This trade was really good. So I hope you got an idea of how I take my trades and how the things work in the live markets. If you have any doubts or you want to ask something, I will be really glad to help you. Just let me know. So I hope this was a really good and informative video. I hope you like it. So just let me know if you have any doubts. So thank you all for watching this video.